Today's 719 data. I'm here to share lessons I learn. I'm learning how this to support your dreams, your goals, allow you to become the person that you want to become. Today we speak about family again, and I'm going to cover time management. Time management in family. Yesterday I covered time management that is healthy, what to do that you really need to want to manage time properly in family, and today we'll cover 10 things. 10 things that is unhealthy in time management. Because of course, when you understand time management and you understand that time management is essential in family as well, not just your individual life, but family as well. A lot of times people forget that. I have forgotten that as well. A lot of times we treat other people very well, but we don't treat our family members in the highest level. And that's supposed to change. I truly believe that. We need to take care of our family. That means that we need to be the best and do the best for our family because the closest family members deserves you the most. So let's get started. So first one is overscheduling. So time management, of course, understanding that where you want to say yes, where to say no. So that means in family as well. Sometimes people just overschedule. Too many things on their calendar and they're not able to do all the things, including potentially meeting or calling their family members and being together with family because they have too many things on their schedule. So that means being able to say no to a lot of things that they could say yes to the family is essential. So time management is unhealthy when you overschedule things. So first thing what we need to do, not to add something, a lot of times with time management is what most important part is what you're able to subtract from your daily routine that you could add something more important or just keep it where you have more focus. Number two is lack of boundaries. Lack of boundaries. Time management is important because when you don't have boundaries, again, it's very similar to overscheduling because when you don't have boundaries, people will use your time for their own benefit, maybe a little bit in your benefit, but at the same time, because you're not able to say no, people will use your time. People use our time. People use every single person's time. That's why it's very important is to build very proper boundaries and be assertive with that and explain very well those boundaries that people could understand how much time you have, how much time you're willing to allocate, and when everyone knows that, they are keeping those boundaries. So lack of boundaries is one of the things that really stops people from having a good time management. Number three is chronic lateness. Chronic lateness. That's terrible because for me, I see chronic lateness as disrespect. Of course, it could be that person just not aware of time. So, but again, if you're not aware of your time, so maybe you're able to build systems and process in place, or what you're doing to not be late again. Because as I said, I see disrespect. If we're late for once, twice, that's okay. Life is life. A lot of things going on. I have been hundreds of times late as well, but most time 99% is that I always early 15 minutes because that's what I believe is if you are on time, that means you are 15 minutes late. And I live my life based on that. So I always want to be early because I know that I better prepare. I will slow down. I will prepare my mind, body, everything for the meeting, for the event. And I found it always works the best. So chronic lateness is very bad and unhealthy for time management. Number four is over reliance on technology. Over reliance on technology. So that means a lot of times people spend so much time on laptop, phones, tablets, and all those things, and they spend too much time on those technologies. Because there is such a thing as too much time on technologies. Because if you spend all day long on technologies and you're not able to get out of your technologies just to really see people face to face, including your family, that is over reliance. Because people over rely on technology just for dopamine. They look Instagram, TikTok, all the YouTube and all the things, and they get the dopamine hit. But I truly believe that if you want the dopamine, what you need to do is you need to go to your family and really do something. Play maybe game night, do movie night, or anything in between that you're really able to laugh and really build all necessary emotions to pursue the big things. Because when you rely for dopamine from TikTok, it reduces your productivity. It reduces your chances of succeeding in life, because sooner or later you will be addicted to dopamine, and when something hard is happening in your life, you're looking for how dopamine hit. But when something hard is happening, but you're looking for connection with people, including with your family, looking for support, looking for discussing, that's how you really deal with difficult situations, and that's how you really build connections and relations with your family, and that's could allow to elevate your life and elevate your character. It's very important to really, when something is bad or anything happening in life, to really bonding with your family and people around you. Number 5 is ignoring individual needs. Ignoring individual needs. That's very important for time management, because when you have your schedule, now a lot of times people will come and ask for your help. Will ask for something, and that means that you need to ask yourself, are you able to help that person or not? What you will ignore, because by taking something, by saying yes, you will say no to something else. And a lot of times, because people really want to be giving, not want to reject someone, and they say yes, and they forget that they might be that they will ignore their individual needs. And that's very bad, because sooner or later people break and people burn out. And most of the time is people burn out for a couple of reasons. One is that they forget about individual needs, and second thing is that they do not do anything that energizes them. Because burnout is coming that you just out of energy. So that means every single person needs to create something that energizes him. And if you do everything that energizes you, it's almost impossible to burn out. And second thing, and this comes into that we need to look in our individual needs. When you look into after your individual needs, then you will do something that energizes you. Very, very important for time management. Number 6 is perpetual rush. Perpetual rush. That means that sometimes slow is fast, and sometimes fast is slow. That's why, like, rushing through things, taking irrational decisions, irrational choices, it leads to disappointment. So that means we need to be okay to build some kind of systems, process in place that you're able to move fast. Because at the beginning, a lot of times what we need to do, you need to slow, build a strong foundation, and then you're able to run through. But at the beginning, a lot of times rushing and asking, okay, where do you rush? Why I'm rushing? What I need to prepare better that I don't need to rush. Because a lot of times rush creates a lot of stress. And the stress reduces our capacity of thinking properly. And of course, because of that, we do not perform at the highest level that we could. So that means it's very, very important to really build a foundation. Build systems and processes in place that we are at the beginning potentially slow, but after that we just go very, very fast. That's very important for time management. Number 7 is neglecting quality time. Neglecting quality time. Now, important is that when we go after big things in life, or maybe just work, we need to understand that with family still needs to be some quality time. Quality time. And how much time do you allocate to your family to have that quality time? Not spending time together, not wasting time together, but really quality time that you're able to be fully present with your family and enjoy that time. Not thinking about the past, not thinking about the future, not thinking about the work, not thinking about anything in between, just being there with your family. Because when you neglect quality time, what happens that you forget how important is your family. You forget how is connecting with your family. You forget everything what you understand is valuable, because I am a huge believer that one of the most important things in life is relationships. But if you don't have quality time, how you can build strong relationships? Almost impossible to very strong relationships. You have relationships. Like any kind of relationships is relationships. But when you rate from 1 to 10, you understand that you will never reach 9, 10 in your relations if you do not give quality time. So neglecting quality time will never allow you to build very strong relationships. And if your value is relationships, that means that in time management, you need to find the time and book the time for quality time. Number 8 is lack of communication. Lack of communication. That's a big thing that really reduces the productivity of time that you have. Because if you lack of communication, that means if people are not aware who is doing when, who is doing what, and when, and where, and everything in between, and people waste time on really miscommunication. But if your communication is very, very high level and able to communicate and find the best way to do that, how to manage the time, it's much easier to be much more productive and have more time to have that quality time and spend time together, invest time in each other, and all in between. So communication is very, very essential in time management because you're able to communicate and find the best opportunities how to use your time wisely. Number 9 is no downtime. No downtime. No downtime. Time. That means that working is very, very hard is very important. I believe in hustle and working hard but at the same time we need to understand that working smart, I still believe it is a little bit more important than working hard itself. Because sometimes working smart leads to better results than working hard. Because if you're smart, you know that what one step they will take will lead exactly the results. You can overpower the person who's working very, very hard but on the wrong thing. So it's better work on the right thing. Just a little bit rather than working on totally wrong thing and working very hard. So that means it's very, very important to work smart. But what is more smart? That means that manage your time management is working smart. That means that you're looking, okay, how it could be the most energized. So when you have that downtime, when you relax, recharge yourself, becoming more productive, more focused is important because you had that downtime, you're able to go back into the things that you need to do and you are much more productive. That means a person who really gets energized and recharged in 1 hour sometimes could do 4 hours work. Other person who didn't took a downtime have 3 hours of or working on the deal, but he is making just 3 hours work, while person who had a lot of time to recharge, now he has full energy. So in 1 hour he do 4 hours work. So who did more work? A person who works 3 hours or a person who worked 1 hour? The person who worked 1 hour did much more work. He got much more results because he was energized and he was ready and focused and productive to make things happen. So it's sometimes very, very important to have that downtime because it's a smart thing to do. Number 10 is excessive workalism. Excessive workalism. That means this is very similar to no downtime. Because if you're working constantly working, that means that maybe you're not managing your priorities very well. I know that I think that most people are guilty of prioritization because you need to understand what is the most important key aspects of your time management today. That you could spend more time in your family, to spend more time with on projects that matters. Because a lot of times we are spending so much time on things that moves us in emotion. It doesn't move us forward. We just seem that we are running on treadmill. We do a lot of motions, but we are in the same position. So that means that a lot of times what we need to ask is, what are activities that I'm able to do today that I could move at least an inch forward? At least an inch forward. That means that we are not asking how long I'm able to work, but I'm able, as workaholics ask, is asking is what I'm able to do today that I could move at least an inch forward. I'll move at least an inch forward. And when you're able to answer the question and you know that what activities are leading you forward, you're able to understand, okay, I will make that one step forward and I will be able to really put myself backwards and for a second just to recharge, and will be able to get more energy to pursue important things in the future, that I could have more time back and could spend that quality time with my family. So time management is important, not just in the family, but in every area of life. But the more you master time management and your priority management, the more you have a chance to spend for work, for your family, for yourself, and really anything in between. So it's an interesting topic, and I think that it is impossible to learn about time management in 10 minutes, in 1 hour, maybe in 100 hours. I think that time management is one of the topics that is a no finish line. You're always able to get a little bit better, understand where you're able to allocate your time. And I think that this always needs to be somewhere starting point where you're able to research more and more and more how you are better prioritize your time, how you better manage your time and energy and money all together that you get the most results from your research session. So I hope you choose to win, and see you tomorrow.